As we're starting out a new year here, 2022, many of us have the goal of reading through the Bible in a year. So I wanted to just talk about another plan that I recently have come across here and that I've been using just for the past few days, not very long, but I just wanted to go over it and kind of talk about what I found. So if you've seen my previous videos, you know I am working through the ESV translation. I'm reading it through. Well, I read the New Testament last year, towards the end of the year, like in the fall, and I'm working through the Old Testament this year and using a 90-day plan. So I'll be done with that in like mid-March. So I'm working through that right now. I also have a NIV chronological study Bible that I've been reading like maybe 8 to 10 pages a day, depending on the day. Sometimes I don't get any of it read, but just depends on what's going on that day. So that I'm a little more relaxed with. I don't have really a time frame on that one. I'm just kind of going through and enjoying reading that. And then I've recently come across this plan, which is from the Daily Grace Co. I really love their books and Bible studies, so I wanted to check it out. And they had a warehouse sale this past week, so I actually got this for probably, let me see, it's probably like $25 maybe, and of course with shipping it put it in the 30s, but still, pretty good price. So this is called their Story of Redemption series. So there's 4 books. This is volume 1, which of course I'm starting with here. So this goes from Genesis to 2 Samuel, and then volume 2 goes through 1 Kings through Psalms. Volume 3 is Proverbs through Malachi. And then volume 4 is Matthew through Revelation. So it takes you through the whole Bible, and if you follow the reading plan and do one per day, as you're supposed to, it'll be a year. Depending on what I'm doing, I sometimes will do like more than one day, or sometimes I have to skip a day. So again, I just try to give myself grace, and whatever I can do that day is what I can do. But anyway, so if you look in this study book, Daily Grace Co. books are always very beautiful. And they also have a men's version, which I'm pretty sure is exactly the same content, but you're going to see less of a flowery appearance. So the pictures are a little less girly and flowery, we'll say. Okay, so you can see the contents here. As I said, this is going to go through Genesis through 2 Samuel. It gives you a very brief introduction of the book, just gives you like the genre, the author and the date written, themes, keywords, and a key verse. Then, move this over a little bit here. Each day you're going to read 3 chapters from wherever you left off the day before. So we're going to start in Genesis, of course, and do Genesis 1 through 3. So they give you like a beginning statement. So we start at the very beginning. The story of redemption is about to unfold. Usually there's a quote from the devotional reading that day here in the margin. And then you're going to have the daily devotional / study content, which is a page or 2 usually. And then there's going to be 3 reflection questions. So you would read Genesis 1 to 3, you would come back and read your page of content here, and then you would answer these 3 questions. I usually don't answer them in the book because the pages are kind of a glossy texture, and with me being left-handed, that can be a disaster when I'm trying to write in a book like that with a pen, with smearing it and having it all over my hand, etc. So I tend to write in a journal when I answer the questions if I'm writing them down. That's just how I usually go about that. And then you're going to continue the same format throughout. So you're going to go through Genesis 4 to 6, and then you're going to have 3 discussion questions, Genesis 7 to 9. So I won't go through like tons of it here because it's exactly the same for every day. Just, of course, different content and questions, but the layout's the same every day. And I think this would be super helpful too when you're doing your Bible reading plan and we all get to the lovely book of Leviticus. Sometimes we just tend to fall off. And I've read through the Bible several times, so I can say I have overcome that obstacle, but I do slow down sometimes in that area because it is a little tougher to get through, like Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and some of the other more difficult books. So this is helpful because it's breaking it off into a bite-sized chunk. It's only 3 chapters, and then it's giving you some content to help you understand it a little better, give you some questions to kind of process and understand what you're reading. So that can be really helpful, especially in those books. Daily Grace Co. also has a free podcast, and they are going through the Bible in the year, so you can back up. It started January 1st, but it is available at all times, so you can look that up and just kind of go back and start from the beginning. It's only 5 minutes per day, so that's nice. Again, it's nothing like too overwhelming, but it also helps you to get through your reading, just understand it a little better, connect with others, and just kind of, get a little more insight there. The podcast is free. Their Read Through the Bible in a Year plan is free, so you don't necessarily have to go out and buy these books. You can follow the plan, grab a Bible that you already have, and just listen to the podcast, maybe go through it with some friends. So that makes it nice. These books are, I want to say they're usually I think they're $20 a piece if they're not on sale. So that's like $80 overall. I know they were on sale. These were slightly imperfect. There's you can barely see it, but there's a little discolorage, wrinkling maybe in the corners, but it's really nothing. So these were $5 each, and then there was one of them I couldn't get on sale for $5 because it's the slightly imperfect version sold out. So that was like $12 because it was on sale. So you just have to kind of watch the Daily Grace Co. websites for sales and maybe just get one book at a time if it's too much to get them all at once, or just follow the podcast and don't worry about getting the books. So I am going through these books using my Humble Lamb, New King James Version, Shepherd Bible, and I'm really loving that. I like how, there's some artwork in here which makes it nice, but it's not super distracting. I really love study notes, and I use my study Bibles often, but a lot of times when I'm just doing a read through, I don't want all that clutter and distraction. So this is a really good one for that. It's my single column format that I love. Yeah, so that is which Bible I'm going to use for this. It's my Humble Lamb, and I do have a review on that one as well, if you want to check that out. So that is the Story of Redemption series from Daily Grace Co., and it's just one tool out of many that are available if you are looking to go through the Bible in a year.